Ever heard someone explain quantum mechanics using a cat in a box? That's not just a quirky metaphor, it's a contextual scenario. By placing abstract ideas into familiar settings, our brains latch onto them faster. Instead of memorizing definitions, we understand through experience. Context doesn't just simplify, it transforms. It's the difference between reading a recipe and actually cooking. Let's dive into how this works across different fields. Take economics. Supply and demand curves are dry until you imagine a street vendor selling ice cream on a hot day. Prices rise as demand spikes. Now imagine it's raining. Demand drops, so do prices. Suddenly, the graph isn't just lines, it's a story. Contextual scenarios like this turn abstract market forces into something you can see, feel, and even taste. That's how understanding sticks. In ethics, trolley problems are classic contextual scenarios. Instead of debating utilitarianism in the abstract, you're asked, would you pull a lever to save 5 people at the cost of 1? Suddenly, moral philosophy isn't just theory, it's personal. These scenarios force us to confront real choices, making abstract principles emotionally tangible. That's why they're so powerful in teaching complex moral reasoning. In computer science, recursion can be baffling until you think of Russian nesting dolls. Each doll contains a smaller version of itself, just like a recursive function calling itself. Suddenly, the code isn't just lines, it's a visual loop. Contextualizing recursion this way helps students grasp not just how it works, but why it's useful. It's not magic, it's just a doll within a doll within a doll. In physics, inertia can feel abstract until you're in a car that suddenly stops. Your body lurches forward even though the car halts. That's Newton's first law in action. By tying the concept to a real-life jolt, it becomes unforgettable. Contextual scenarios like this don't just explain, they embed knowledge in your muscle memory. You don't just understand inertia, you felt it. In psychology, cognitive dissonance sounds abstract until you imagine someone who smokes but values health. That internal conflict? That's dissonance. By placing the concept in a relatable scenario, it becomes more than jargon. It's a mirror. Contextualizing psychological theories helps us recognize them in ourselves and others. It's not just about learning. It's about seeing the world differently, with sharper, more informed eyes. Even in literature, contextual scenarios help. Think of allegories like Orwell's Animal Farm. It's not just a story about pigs, it's a political commentary. By embedding complex ideas in narrative, authors make them digestible. Readers don't just learn, they feel. Context turns abstract ideologies into characters, conflicts, and consequences. That's the magic of storytelling. It teaches without preaching and explains without overwhelming.